Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to another episode of Underground, my single player Let's Play series. So last time we were working on breeding these villagers up in our little temporary villager breeder here in the end. And our goal was to get a cartographer, this guy right here. But it turns out he doesn't have the exploration maps, which we would like to have. These empty maps are cool, we can still use them for decoration, and once we get more paper we can use them for out here in the end. But I'd really like to get those exploration maps and be able to get those. And I looked into how the cartographers work and I figured out the problem. What happens is when they unlock their exploration map trade, it picks the nearest mansion or guardian temple or ocean monument or whatever they are, closest one to the villager, and makes that map, and then that's the map, that's the only map that it will sell. So here in the end, when it tries to open that trade, well, there's no mansions or ocean monuments around here, so it doesn't make that trade. So we need to bring these guys back to the overworld, which I previously said we cannot do because they're going to spawn above ground, but I think I found a little solution that we might be able to use. Also, this guy, if we bring him back to the overworld, he's still not going to unlock the trade. I've done some testing. This guy's a dud now. He's not a dud, but he only sells the empty maps. So we're gonna have to get a new cartographer and bring him back. I don't know if we'll do that today. We don't have the paper to trade with them right now anyways, but I still would like to set up the system for bringing these guys back. I think it's gonna be kind of interesting. I do kind of want to bring, there's a farmer here. I was checking around my little mushroom village, and I couldn't find any farmers. None of the brown coats were farmers, so I don't know what happened to them all. So I think I'm gonna bring this guy back. Oh, maybe not this guy. That's not a good farmer. Where's the other farmer? There was one I was trading with. You're a fisherman. I mean, we could bring both back. This guy's got a really good pumpkin trade. 8 pumpkins, I think that's really low. So that'd be nice to have. Anyways, let us head over to spawn. Let's see, I grabbed all my chests. Yep, these shulker boxes are fantastic. I have both of these. One of them, well, it has a bunch of healing potions as well as all of my stuff that we're going to be building with today is in there. I love having them. It's so nice to just fill them up with the materials. I can set them down where I'm working, and then just pick them back up and, you know, bring them back to my storage room when I'm all done and clean them out. It's very nice, because usually what happens is I end up with just chests hanging about all over the world where I worked on projects. So hopefully this will kind of allow me to be a little bit tidier. So right in this portal is where we want to go. This will take us to the spawn chunk. I found where the spawn chunk was. I got the portal here. And right here, this is where things come back from the end. This specific spot. Whenever something falls into the end portal, except for me. If I were to go into the end portal, players spawn like anywhere within, I think it's within like a 3x3 chunk around the spawn chunk, or centered on the spawn chunk. I believe. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that you can, with testing, I've seen that you can spawn like outside of the spawn chunk. But items and other entities, mobs and stuff, they will end up right here in my world. So we need to go right below the surface, which I'm using F3 to figure out. There is grass. So that is going to be the surface right there. And the idea is we're going to make an airlock. That's basically the plan today. So let's make a little space here and put some stuff down. Put that, I guess we'll put that, and we'll get this out. So first off, what we have to do is, let's turn this on so I don't break any grass by accident. We need to make a little cage for the villagers when they spawn back here, so that they don't run around or anything. So to do that, let's see. Let's just break all of this. And let's put pistons down here. And we're just gonna make 2, 3, let's do 4. That'll work. That's kind of overkill. Yeah, that is silk touch. Okay. Yeah, let's put 3, and then we'll put a clay block. So I'm making this out of sea lanterns so that it's nice and bright. It will light up the area, and we won't have mobs spawning there. Because it would suck to have zombies like spawn inside of our little cage, and then we send villagers back, and then immediately dead. Would not be a good situation. Let's see. So it looks like 2 more. So the idea here is we are going to make we're gonna make a little piston contraption to take that dirt block, pull it down, and pull it to the side. And whatever is standing on top of it will fall down into a little chamber, and then it'll be underground, and we can do with it what we want. So we're not quite breaking the rules. We won't go above ground at all. And I'm gonna kind of have this area closed off. I actually have kind of an interesting idea, or I have some ideas on how I want to make this look cool. It'll be like a very, science-y, like hazardous area, like quarantined off. Should be pretty fun. And I kind of want to do a whole thing with like warning lights, and let's see, I don't know if I can place this the right way. With like warning lights, maybe like a little alarm that plays when we open it up. It'll be kind of like an airlock, and we won't be. I guess I don't need to put that this far down. Like, we won't be going above ground, and we won't be in the area that opens up to the above ground. But we will be able to get our villagers back from the end, which will be very useful. Let's see. Well, that'll work. I need to get this piston up 1 block. There we go. And I couldn't place it facing upwards. There we go. So that should be the pistons. So those 2 back pistons will push. We'll push this piston out. That one will extend to grab the block, pull it down, and pull it back. So I'm gonna get to redstoning here. It's a pretty simple mechanism. I'll get that done, maybe even start on the room, and then I'll bring you guys back. I should probably have looked more into this snapshot before I upgraded. I'm in 16W42A, and I was doing some testing, and I just realized that powering blocks is a little bugged right now. That should be powered. If I update this, then it works. And if I take this away, still powered until I update it. Or, yeah, there, it got updated. So yeah, a little bit of an issue. I'm gonna have to downgrade. Hopefully that doesn't wreck anything here. But yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, I got the mechanisms all working. It's kind of an interesting little thing that happens here. So this is the shaft that the villagers will fall down. They'll spawn up above the ground on that little dirt block. And then we push this, that gets closed off. We have a little like alarm sound. We have a flashing light as kind of like a warning, and then this opens up and the villagers should be there. It also dispenses water right there so that when the villagers fall, they don't take any damage. So that works. And I guess I'll show the redstone just real quick. So this is just a little hopper timer. I can adjust how long I want that to be closed and the alarm to be going off. It honestly doesn't need to be activated for very long, but I want it to have a little bit of length to it just because I want it to seem like it's kind of a process of them entering in. So then when it turns on, it sends a signal upwards up here. This splits off, activates this, which, well, I guess when that gets powered, this gets deactivated, so all the pistons retract, and that dirt gets retract. It also comes this way and activates these pistons, which push those blocks down from the ceiling that block off the glass. And then it goes over here too to a little timer, which activates the alarm and the light. And then it also heads downward down here. And this, it goes into this block, which powers this, and goes to the other side, which powers these two dusts, which powers all of these pistons, pushing the blocks up from the floor. And then I have a little observer block, and this just detects when this gets powered. It sends a pulse to this dispenser with the water bucket, so it dispenses the water. And then when it turns off, this activates again and sends another pulse to the water bucket. So a real simple thing there. And then, so then we have the villager here, and he's just sitting there. So then we need to transport him. And I want to send him to the nether, and then we'll make a little pickup station in the nether to send him to the village. So I have that over on this side, and when I push the button, it sends off a minecart. It opens up some blocks back there, and it dispenses the water. And then the reason why it does that is... Actually, I should break... Maybe I'll activate that and then break this minecart. Whoop, don't go back that way. Come back here. Alright, so we'll just set it right there. Come on, break. So that activated it. So it pulls those two blocks back, and then it dispenses water here, and there's already water dispensing from that side. And so that's gonna push the villager back into that corner. And then the minecart continues on, goes to this corner, and it should pick up the villager through the corner. As long as he's pushed up against the corner, it should catch him. And then we'll head back. It triggers this again, which pushes those doors or those blocks back and picks up the water. And then the cart continues on this way, goes over the activator rail, which there'll be a wall behind here, so the villager should end up here into the portal, and then it just bounces off, goes back, and comes to rest right here. And this will be behind a wall. Obviously, there's still a lot of decorating to do, but that's the basic mechanism. That should get our villager from above the ground into the portal, and then we can carry him off from there. So I'm gonna keep working on this, try and make it a little bit prettier. I'm going with the white and blue, using bone blocks because they're cheaper, and also they have a nice smooth texture, whereas the quartz has all this border around it, and it doesn't look too bad. Like if you have the bone blocks and quartz right next to each other, which I should have some up here, bone, quartz. If you have them next to each other, you can definitely tell that they're different. You know, that's definitely a lot yellower, but as long as they're not sitting right next to each other, even if you do like that, like you can't tell as much just because of shading and lighting. It doesn't quite look as strange or as off. So it's cheaper than using the quartz, and also, like I said, it gives you this nice smooth look rather than having borders everywhere. So I'll be using bone blocks and that, and then going with some blue and light blue clay because I like that color, and it just gives a nice clean look to this place. Well, the airlock is all done, and the villager transit system is in place to get these guys through the nether. So we just need to get him to the portal, which might be kind of difficult. There might be endermen in the way. Come on. It kind of seems like he's resisting me too. Like he should move. There, he's moving a little bit smoother. No, you stop. Yes, that's that's why I put those powered rails in there as a brake. Why are you doing this? You stop that. Go that way. And in fact, we're gonna break tracks behind you. Oh, now he's hitting that one, and it's not working. Come on. Do this. I could put powered rails. I mean, I have powered rails. I could just power them. That might work a little bit better. Go. And let's break that. And go. I think I have another powered rail here. Okay, come on. We can do this. I can't really set up any permanent thing here. Because if we fight the dragon, she's going to destroy whatever we set up. So can't really do anything near the portal as a permanent solution to getting these guys. Are you serious? Get onto the track. Stop trying to go back to the village. You're not going back there. Oh, this guy. This guy. Yes, go that way. I'm just gonna keep breaking tracks behind him so that at least he can't go too far. This is ridiculous. Get out of here. Come on. We're almost to the portal. I don't think we have to go up any more hills. That's kind of the hardest part. So close. So close. Get in there. Now please dismount the right way. You didn't, but I can push you in. All right. I'm going to grab that and let's go. So here is the airlock. I put a bed in here so that I can sleep here right away. This is supposed to be covered up. I still have some stuff kind of stored back there. But yeah, I have a little bedroom here with ender chest. And wherever I put a bed, I try to keep a clock so that I can see when it's nighttime and I can sleep. But this is it all done. It's very white and shiny. So he should be in the overworld above ground there. If we push this button, he should fall down. And there he is. We have him. Fantastic. And now let's try this out. Hopefully, yes, the minecart did pick him up. I was a little worried about that. Oh, and he didn't go into the portal. Why? I tested it with myself, and I got put into the portal, but he didn't. I'm a little worried about that. That might be kind of a pain. Did the minecart go back? Yes. Went back. Very good. So yeah, that's the airlock. Lots of white and purple. Look at that. The bone block. It blends in very nicely. I also used... Actually, I noticed something. I knew that the bottoms of stairs had this kind of texture. It didn't have the border around it. I also learned that the bottom... probably the reason why the bottom of the stairs has that is because the bottom of normal blocks, they don't have the border, which is kind of weird. Because I had to have a solid block here for the redstone for this lamp. But yeah, like these are all stairs, which is why it's all smooth there. But it looked kind of weird if I had the bone blocks, just because they are a little bit different color. Anyways, into the nether. And hopefully the villager is fine. Looks like he is. So this is the same setup I had before over at our villager curing station. So I pull this, it turns off the portal and pushes him out. And then we have a minecart here, which will pick him up. And that tripwire makes him go this way. So if there's no passenger, the minecart just keeps going back and forth. And then all of this is not pretty yet. There's still a lot of work to do. Right now, being in the nether is very scary. There are wither skeletons and normal skeletons, which I think the normal skeletons are scarier, especially with these little bridges. Hi, wither skeleton. So yeah, I've been dealing with those. That's why I only have 9 levels. I died. He still didn't get put into the portal. What's going on with this? I'm having some issues here. I'm not sure why. Let's see. This should be my silk touch. Almost broken. So let's put you in. There we go. And then I guess we can go in there. But yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to update to the newest snapshot. But obviously the redstone wasn't working quite well in the newest snapshot. So yeah, we're in 41A right now, which has the spawning issues. And he gets launched out, and there he is. He's in the village. Fantastic. So now we have a good farmer here. I gotta do some trading, build up my emeralds again, because I've kind of run low. I do have some wheat right here. Eat my wheat, or take my wheat. Ooh, yes. Gotta love those emeralds. Oh, and you're done. Okay. So I know we've been kind of hung up on these villagers, especially the cartographer here for a few episodes. I still would really like to get an exploration map, or both of the exploration maps, the ocean and the woodland exploration maps. To do that, we're going to need paper, which means we need to find strongholds, which there should be another 126 strongholds out there to find. But to do that, we're going to need Eyes of Ender. And so it might be a good idea to make an Ender farm, finally, an Enderman farm, and also a Blaze farm, so that we can make Eyes of Ender. I could buy them, I think, from the clerics. Do you have open trades? No. Is there anybody with open trades? Is there any more clerics here? I think the clerics sell them, or at least they used to. So I could potentially buy them, but it'd be nice to have, it'd be nice to have Enderman farm anyways, and a Blaze farm. So we could work on those, although Halloween is coming up, and I do have an idea for Halloween building, not specifically Halloween, but I have an idea for like multiple holiday stuff, to make kind of holiday themed areas. And so we might work on that next episode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Oh, there's a cleric. Hello, cleric. Cleric. Yeah, 11 emeralds for one. So we'd have to do a lot of emerald farming to do that. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.